3, idiosyncratic ways to lower blood pressure. Now, the first one you probably already know. The second one is something you really should pay more attention to. And the third one is something you're probably not doing and you need to start doing it. Number 1, the one that everyone knows. You should be exercising. Yay! We should be exercising. Yay! But the reality is a lot of people aren't doing it. The weird thing is it probably requires less exercise than you think. I have made numerous videos about this that comparing isometric exercises, comparing cardiovascular exercises, weight training, high intensity interval training. You'll never believe the one that will help you the most if you just want to use it in isolation. Isometric exercises. So at the end of the video, I'll make sure and put a box right here. If I forget, just let me know in the comments and I'll make sure and get that. It's my complete guide. It's totally free and I go over all the exercises you need to do to lower your blood pressure. The second thing is you need to supply certain amino acids that will assist your body in relaxing the blood vessels. Now you can get this through food. If you basically eat anything that came out of the ground or off a tree or used to walk the earth, if you kill it and eat it, if it's got protein, it's got these amino acids. The problem is as we get older, sometimes I have patients, their taste buds are gone. They don't have any taste buds. They can't taste food. And because they can't taste food, they don't eat so much. They're not getting enough protein. And so therefore, they're not getting enough amino acids, which make up protein, by the way. If you live underneath a rock, you didn't know that. I apologize. That was probably pretty mean. There are some people that live underneath a rock and, Anyway, get your amino acids. Here's what I like. It's L-arginine and L-citrulline, the 2 amino acids that you really should be getting. This is the one I like. It's called nitric oxide flow. Nature's Pure Blend. Great stuff. You can get this stuff on Amazon. You can have it delivered to your door. So you buy the supplement. It supplies enough amino acids to help your body produce the right amount of nitric oxide, which will dilate and open up the blood vessels. And that's a big one. So I'll put a link down below in the description for Amazon, okay? So I got you covered there. So click that link and make sure you get that. The last thing, which is it's so unusual that people don't really apply themselves. And I think if you apply yourself, you're gonna find that you're gonna really take control of your blood pressure. But it's tough. And it's this. You've got to manage how you handle the stressful things in your life. Now I know that you may have grandchildren that are nuts. They've got piercings all over, their face is tattooed, they're not going to school, they're doing drugs, illegal drugs, and you're worried. Or maybe your spouse just died and now you're alone. You don't know what to do. Maybe your kids never call you. Maybe you have neighbor problems. Maybe you have financial problems. These are what I hear all the time with patients in my office. And you know how people say you gotta treat the cause, you can't treat the symptom? Well, how the hell are you gonna treat these problems? You can't. Some problems are difficult to fix. If someone's financially strapped, that's the cause of their problems. You can give them money, you can tell them to get a job. It doesn't work. It's not realistic. So keep in mind that life is stressful and you're gonna have problems. But it's how these problems affect your body, which is really what causes the high blood pressure. You can have all these problems, but not let it affect you. Now, how do you do that? Well, it's tough, but I have 2 suggestions for you. Number 1, every single day you give yourself a break from those problems. You turn off the phone, Turn off the TV, sit in a quiet room, and just relax. And focus on your breathing. If the windows are open, you can hear the birds chirping. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, in a nice, slow, calm way. And if you do that, you just give yourself 5 minutes of a break. After 5 minutes, if you want to stress about everything after now, that's fine. But you deserve 5 minutes of relaxation. You do it every day. Now here's the funny part. I'll show this to patients and probably 9 out of 10 won't do it. But the 1 out of 10 that does do it will come back to me and go, holy cow, it's like that Seinfeld with Serenity Now. I feel so much better. There's a mental thing that occurs when you give yourself a break like that. It's almost like hitting Control-Alternate-Delete on the computer. And it's wild. Now, people will complain and say, well, but it's only temporary. Okay, so is everything else. If you brush your teeth, it's only temporary. They don't stay clean forever. You got to brush your teeth later on. You got to do it all the time. What if you were to do deep breathing exercises every single day for the remainder of your life? And you found that it had not only immediate effects on your stress levels, but it had long-term effects of keeping your blood pressure low. And what you'll find is, or at least that's what patients find, is that their systolic number goes way down. I've seen patients that lower their systolic numbers by 30 points. And that shows you that it's not the hardening of the arteries, it's the stress that they're feeling. That's a big one. The second thing, and this is, I think, easier than the repetitive nature of breathing, is that you find a way to mentally handle all the problems. You change the philosophy of life. And there's a number of good books. I'll put one book down in the description if you want. It's by Dale Carnegie's How to Win. It's not How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. It was literally written, I think, 80 years ago, but it still applies today. What else do you have to do except learn how to control your own mind? You start controlling your own mind and how things are stressful. So in other words, if your kids don't call, grandkids are in jail, you don't have any money. But if you had the philosophy of life of, hey, but there's still something good today that could potentially happen, that's a good attitude. And that is the secret to lowering blood pressure.